All right, my name is Eamon Trades, also known as NQ Eamon, and I'm going to be talking about something that has been going on in the background. Some of you guys might know, some of you guys might not know, but let me break this down for you. A lot of you guys have been asking what's been going on the last few weeks and why the live trades have been slowing down and why some people you used to see in our community aren't there anymore and why the energy just felt a little different. I've been quiet because I wanted to handle this the right way before I said anything publicly, and I'm still handling it, but I owe the people who actually support what I do an honest update, without the drama, without naming names, without making this bigger than it needs to be. So here's what I can say. About 3 weeks ago, someone I had been working with, someone I had let into my home, my business, and my community decided to walk away, and that's their right. People grow apart, that's life. What wasn't their right was what came after. In the days following after that departure, I started getting messages from members of my community, subscribers, people I had built real relationships with. They were telling me they'd been contacted privately, that things were being said about me, that my name was being put into conversations I wasn't a part of, and that a competing community was being pitched to them in the same breath. I'm not going to repeat the things that were said. Some of them were factually false, some of them were designed to make people doubt me, and all of them were being said behind my back to people who paid me money to learn from me. I have all of it documented, screenshots, timestamps, names, and I'm not making any of this up, and I'm not going to dramatize it. The receipts speak for themselves, and they will speak for themselves in the right time and in the right venue. As of this week, this is in the hands of professionals, and that's all I'll say about that part. I want to be transparent about the impact because some of you guys are asking why the subscriber counts moved, why the live cadence shift, and why certain people aren't around anymore. Since this started, our community has lost a meaningful percentage of new subscriber growth, monthly recurring revenue dropped, a handful of paid one-on-one students who had completed their mentorship and received exactly what they paid for are now requesting refunds based on things that were told privately, not based on the work that I did with them. I'm not telling you this to play a victim, I'm telling you this because I run a business in public and that people who support the business deserve to know when something has been interfered with it. I want to be very clear about a few things. I'm not going to name the person who did this, not on this channel, not on stream, not on social media, not because I'm scared of them, and not because I don't have the proof. I'm not naming them because going scorched earth on the internet is what childish people do, and that's not who I am. There's a process for this, and I'm using the process. I'm not going to read out the things they said about me. Repeating someone else's lies just gives the lies more air, and if you're already in my orbit, you know what's true. I'm not going to ask you to attack anyone. I'm not going to ask you to message anyone and leave reviews anywhere or pick sides. If you do that on my behalf, I'm asking you right now to stop, right? That's not the energy I want around what I built. What I am going to do though, I'm going to keep showing up. Live trades are coming back on a normal schedule starting tomorrow, and the one-on-one students who actually want to work with me, the work continues exactly like it has. I'm going to handle the legal side privately, and there's a paper trail. There are professionals being engaged. That part doesn't need to happen on YouTube. And I'm going to be a lot more careful about who I let into my circle. That's on me. I trusted someone I shouldn't have trusted, and I'm taking that lesson seriously. If you bought a one-on-one from me, and if you bought the lectures, if you've been in the live trades, I want to talk to you specifically for a second. And I know some of you guys have been hearing things about my track record, my payouts, my honesty, and whether what I taught you actually works. I'm not going to argue with any of it on a YouTube video. What I will say is this. You have my trade history, you have the lectures, you have the lives you sat through, you know what you saw, and you know what you learned. You know whether it worked when you applied it. If after honestly thinking about it, you still feel like you didn't get what you paid for, my door is open and we'll talk one-on-one. But I'm not going to let someone else's whisper campaign rewrite what actually happened between you and me. I trust the work, and the work speaks for itself. To everybody still rocking with the community, thank you genuinely from the bottom of my heart. The last few weeks have been rough in ways I didn't expect, and the people who stuck around without needing an explanation are the people I'm building this for going forward. And if you left because of something you heard and you want to come back, the door's open. No questions, no awkward conversation, just come back. And if you have questions about anything I said today, drop them in the comments and I'll address them when I can. Some things I can't talk about yet because of the legal side, and I'll just tell you straight up when that's the case. Live trading resumes tomorrow and new videos this week. I'm back to business. I appreciate everyone for tuning in.